Good morning, student. This is Vinay sir, your mathematics teacher. I welcome you all once again to the online class organized by Alchemy School. Students, in previous class, we have started the first exercise 1.1, and we solved question number 1 and question number 2. I told you to solve question number 3, question number 4 by yourself. So today again we are going to continue the first exercise and we'll try to solve some more questions. So let's start. Okay students, so now the next question from exercise 1.1 that we are going to take is question number 5. Okay, so question number 5 is Mohan deposits rupees 2000 in his bank account and withdraws rupees 1642 from the next day. If withdrawal of amount from the account is represented by a negative integer, then how will you represent the amount deposited? Okay, find the balance in the Mohan's account after the withdrawals. So as we can see here, we have two questions here. If the amount withdrawal from the bank account is represented by a negative integer, so how will you represent the amount deposited in the bank account? So students, the amount deposited in the bank account will be represented by a positive integer. Okay, so this was the first part of the question. Now let's see the second part of the question. What is the second part of the question? Find the balance in Mohan's account after the withdrawal. Okay, so initially suppose he has zero balance in his account. Okay, so when he deposit 2000, the balance in his account after deposit is rupees 2000. Balance after deposit in his account is rupees 2000. The next day he withdrew rupees 1642 from his account. Okay, so he has rupees 2000, then he withdrew 1642 from his account. So what is the balance in his account? 8 5 3 and 0. So the balance in his account after withdrawal is rupees 358. That's it. The next question that we are going to take is question number 6. What is the question number 6? Rita goes 20 kilometer towards east from a point A to the point B. From B, she moves 30 kilometer towards west along the same road. If the distance toward east is represented by a positive integer, then how will you represent the distance traveled toward west? By which integer will you represent her final position from A? Okay, so students, in this case, suppose the initial position of Rita we have marked here A, so it represents 0 integer. Suppose that the initial position of Rita is 0, so toward the east direction it will be represented by the positive integer that is mentioned in the question. So when east direction represented by positive integer, so the west direction will be represented by negative integer. So this is the first answer of our question. Okay, so we can write here the direction toward west is represented by negative integer. Okay, this was the answer of first question. Now the second question is, by which integer will you represent her final position from A? Okay, so let's try to understand what she is doing exactly. She was at 0 and she is traveling toward positive direction and she traveled 20 kilometer towards V. So this is 20 kilometer. Then she returned in just opposite direction and she traveled 30 kilometer. Okay, so this is 30 kilometer. Okay, so now because this is she is going in opposite direction, so we have to subtract this 30 kilometer from this 20 kilometer to find her final position. Okay, so she traveled 20 kilometer toward east direction and then she returned, and because she returned, so we have to subtract it 30 kilometer, and this will be, when we subtract this we get minus 10. So her final position is 10 kilometer far from point A towards the west direction. That's it. Okay, so we have seen question number 6, question number 5, question number 6. Let's try to see the question number 7. Okay, so according to question number 7, let's find the next question, that is question number 7. So according to the question number 7, in a magic square, each row, column and diagonal have the same sum. Check which of the following is a magic square. So students, we can see here two squares are given here. Okay, this is the first square and this is the second square. Okay, we have to find which one is the magic square and which one is not the magic square. To find which is the magic square and which is not the magic square, we have to find the sum of integers given in each row, in each column and in each diagonal. Okay, so let's find out if the sum of each row, each column and each diagonal is same, then we can say that is a magic square. So let's find it out. Sum of each row. Okay, so we have the first row here. In first row we can see 5, -1 and -4. We are going to find the sum, so we have to add these integers. 5 plus -1 plus -4. Okay, when we simplify it, we will find 5 plus minus minus -1 plus minus minus -4. So we find 5 and this minus minus will be added and sign will be applied negative. So -5 and finally we got 0 here. In the second row, -5, -2 and 7. Let's find the sum of these integers. -5 plus -2 plus 7. When we add these, we get here -5. When we simplify it, this plus minus become -2 and this is +7. The minus minus will be added, sign will be applied negative. So -7 plus 7, again we got 0. In the third row, we have 0, 3 and -3. So 0 plus 3 plus -3. When we remove the brackets and when we simplify it, we get 0 plus 3 minus 3. So we get 0 and this 3 will be subtracted from 3 and we get here 0. So finally we got here again 0. So we can see the sum of each row is 0. Okay, let's find what is about the columns. Okay, sum of each column. The first column has 5, -5 and 0. So 5 plus -5 plus 0 is equal to 5 minus 5 plus 0. This 5 will be subtracted from 5, we get 0. 0 plus 0 and we got again 0. The next column has -1, -2 and 3. -1 plus -2 and plus 3. So when we simplify it, we get here -1 plus minus become -2 and plus 3. So we can say minus will be added, sign will be applied negative, -3 plus 3, again we got 0. Okay, what is about the third column? So in third column we have -4, 7 and -3. -4 plus 7 plus -3. When we simplify it, we get -4 plus 7 minus 3. We can see here this is negative and this is negative. So this minus will be added and we get here minus 7 and plus 7. This 7 minus 7 plus 7 will be subtracted and we'll get here 0. So again we got 0. So in all the sum of each row we got 0. The sum of each column we got 0. Let's check the diagonals. Sum of each diagonal. The first diagonal we have the integers. The first diagonal we have the integer 5, minus 2 and minus 3. Okay. Second diagonal we have minus 4, minus 2 and 0. So let's see the first diagonal. We have 5 plus minus 2 plus minus 3. Okay. So when we simplify it, we get 5 plus minus minus 2 and plus minus minus 3. Okay. So we can see we got here 5 plus minus will be added and we get here 5, and this sign will be negative because this is minus and minus will be added and sign will be negative. So again we got here 0. What is about the next diagonal? The next diagonal has minus 4 plus minus 2 plus 0. When we simplify it, we get minus 4 plus minus 2 and plus 0. So minus will be added, sign will be applied, negative. Minus 6 plus 0 is equal to minus 6. So in the second diagonal, we got the different answer. Okay, it means that this square is not a magic square. Okay, you can apply the same criteria to find the second square is a magic square or not. So try to find it by yourself. Okay students, so we have seen how to solve question number 5, question number 6, question number 7. Practice for these questions. When we meet again in next class, then we'll try to take some more questions. We'll try to finish the first exercise. Till then, stay safe, keep learning and stay at home. Thank you so much.